Kauila, how nice it is to be with you. I know everybody else is on the boat, but I appreciate that you said you'd step out and have a little conversation with me. So how's it been so far?
It's been really great. My whole life mission in the past 12 years has been to deliver the message of Aloha. And that charge was given to me by Tanoi Roshi from Chozenji. I was the master potter there, and he said, you need to go and teach Aloha. And I said, to whom? And he said, to the people in Waianae. And I said, right. I'm going to walk down into Waianae and say, I'm here to teach you guys about Aloha. He said, no, it has to be done, because what has happened is the Hawaiian culture has accepted the tourist meaning of Aloha and not understood the deeper meaning of Aloha. So,
they even say it the wrong way.
Yes, yes.
And so hard on the ears. And by doing that, so you've been doing that now for a few years, and then along came this opportunity to make it into bringing a group of people, and what's been happening now?
Well, in my capacity as national leader in health, I've been able to spread the message throughout the nation, and last year I was able to open the Canadian National Health Conference. And so I was able to talk about cultural perspectives in health. And so I had a kind of a head start, but this opportunity to actually have a group together where we could germinate that whole seed of Aloha and cultivate it as community was an excellent opportunity.
And also it is built into it that it is going to continue. It isn't something that's just one little weekend at a place and followed by a retreat at a place. So, you know, it's really been set up with the possibility of the future happening. Yeah.
And the incredible thing is it happened here in Hawaii. You know, it could have happened anywhere in the world, but to happen here in Hawaii really made it nice in terms of convenience and establishing the relationship between the people, the culture, the idea, the expression of Aloha, and the interaction that has been created.
And the phenomenon of the island, we really, if we don't do it, we're lost, right?
Right. Well, Auntie Pilahi Paki told the Zen master that if Hawaii does not embrace the Aloha spirit by the year 2000, the Aumakua would leave, the spiritual guides would leave, and Hawaii would be like any place else. And so in 1999, when the Xerox murders happened, those people who heard her say that said, it's happening and we better get serious.
Now, to get serious, we need images, and it looks like we have a wonderful image. We're sitting in front of the wonderful mural that's out here at Mokuleia.
Is the he'e, the whole symbolism of the he'e is that with the 8 tentacles, it goes out every direction, everywhere. Everything within its reach becomes tangible.
Yeah.
Ability to go in 360 degrees at the same time while being coordinated by a head. And that whole concept of hui he'e aloha is that aloha spirit that spreads in all directions from a base or an organization. And I think that symbolizes what we're trying to do with this voyage of Aloha.
It gets sucked down and it holds and gives energy
and you're stuck.
You're stuck. And it also has that wonderful privilege of putting all that black stuff around, all the ink out, so that what happens when all the black goes out? Then you have the time to reorder, reconnect, refocus.
Exactly.
And then when the water clears, you start all over again.
There you go. you got the metaphor down pat. The reef is the germination of life in the ocean. Tourists look at the sand. You know, they want sandy beaches. They don't want rocks and all of that. But all life is maintained through the reef system.
When we talk about how it is that people have come together for this voyage. And I mean, we give a lot of credit, of course, to Roger Epstein, who's been doing it, and to the people before him. This is not a brand new idea, but something mystical has been happening in this group, and coming out here to Mokuleia has been an added gift, right?
Well, I think the added gift is the accumulation of people who are working on this project that are very talented and very focused on accomplishing the task. I think there have been attempts before, but it's been sporadic. That's and right. It really hasn't been intense. There's a certain intensity that has been established that has really been very easy to follow, simply because of the dedication of the people. And there are many, many volunteers that made this thing work. And for that, I'm really appreciated. Friends were invited to come and participate, and they willingly participated. And it just kind of caused that whole dynamic of exchange and chain reaction.
And not only the intensity to do it, but also the sensitivity to do it the right way, because this is a delicate subject when you're dealing with the indigenous folk here who really have had it, and yet whatever contamination occurs as other people come in, they need to help us to understand, and I think you've been the agent for that. We appreciate that.
Well, I take my personal genealogy as an example of my family and Aloha. I'm Irish, English, Portuguese, Spanish, Filipino, Chinese, French, Tahitian, Cherokee, Hawaiian.
Pretty good there, boy.
And so what that does is it tells me that Aloha is experienced around the world. People came here, and the Aloha that was felt was brought together in Ohana, and I am the expression of that many generations of intermarriage
and humanity. We're all human beings, and then how our varieties are expressed in exchange. To my mind, that's the privilege here, that we have the space and the area and the beauty to do it in. Because I am so pleased that we had this little bit of a conversation. We're going to have more, but this is you know, conversation number one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.